What's up, you guys? I'm going to teach you how to play just a little cool song called Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur. This is definitely a really cool song. Lots of tricks going on. This is how it's actually played, pretty much note for note. He does break it up a little bit, but overall, this is essentially the whole entire song. So I'm going to zoom in, show you how it's done, and hopefully you enjoy. Okay, so let me go ahead and break everything down fundamentally and just build you up into a beast on this tricky song. Capo, 3rd fret, standard tuning. Here we go. You're going to have a G major to start. Then you're going to have a D over F sharp. Now you can play D over F sharp like this. Obviously, you're seeing me struggle. I don't typically play mine that way. I'll do mine this way, but either way, play D over F sharp. Make sure you've at least got that 2nd fret E, 2nd fret G, and 3rd fret B under control. The next one is an E minor 7. Okay, so it's just an E minor with a little note here, the 3rd fret B string. And then finally a C. Just a regular little C major. Now, of course, he's breaking these chords up a little bit to create some neat and a little melodic kind of ideas. So in the beginning, he goes G, and then he lifts his 3rd finger. So that's what creates that. Right? So now that 3rd finger will have to move. What's cool is this is a G, this is also a G. Isn't that interesting? But also it just sounds different because of that melodic movement. But that's just a G major in 2 different forms. Very clever. The D over F sharp, he plays that, and then he picks up that in my case, the pinky here, that B string 3rd fret note, right? So you're seeing that 3rd fret to open on the B string twice in a row, right? Okay, and then we go to the E minor 7, and yep, you guessed it, that 3rd fret to open on the B is exactly the same situation here. Okay, and that's called a motif, by the way. This repeating melodic idea really is what connecting everything together and making it sound amazing. The last bit here, he actually does not do that when he plays this C, so don't worry about that. We're going to talk a little bit about what he's actually doing on the end of that. All right, so now let's just get into the nitty-gritty of it. You got to know fingerstyle, so if you don't understand the basics of fingerstyle, make sure you see my video on that. It should be popping up above me now, or it's also, that link is below in the description. But here is a real Cliff Notes version of the fingerstyle rules. Thumb is in charge of E, A, and D. 1st finger's in charge of the G. 2nd finger's in charge of the B. 3rd finger's in charge of the high E. That's it. Good news, you don't have a high E string in this, so I just kind of use this as an anchor and rest. You're going to need that thumb here and that 1st and 2nd finger though. So here we go. The first move is on a G major. We're going to play the E string 3rd fret. And then we're going to go ahead and plunk both the G and the B string at the same time. So it's an open G and a 3rd fret B. So here it is. Now right after that, we're going to give it a quick mute. And I'll do that with my hand. The palm will come down just a little bit. Right? Now notice I'm still kind of set up here. I haven't moved that. I'm just dampening, almost like in a hurry. Okay? So it gives it that kind of snappiness. And then I'm going to go ahead and play. Nope, sorry. And then I give you that lift here, right here, and I play the E string 3rd fret, and then open B and G, right? So at the same time. So it goes in slow-mo. And after that, I go ahead and just fill in the space by playing the 3rd fret E, the open G, and back to the 3rd fret E, which is just all the same note, the G's. So here it is, that first line, first of 4. Here it is, almost done. One more time with me. Here it is. Okay, after that is essentially the same idea, just different kind of chord situation, okay? Now with the D over F sharp, I'm going to play that low E string again. In this case, it's the F sharp. I'm going to pluck that B and G string action again. And I do a quick little mute again. Panic mute. Panic. Get it out. I still want to hear this though. Don't do this. That's what you want. Okay? Bass chord. And then I'm going to go and pick up that, in my case, the pinky. Whatever your finger you're using for this, you can use this finger or this finger. Lift off that B string to reveal the open B string, creating that melodic motif. And then the thumb comes down to the D string while you play the G and the B here. Kind of cool, right? So that's probably one of the harder parts, is to move that to there, that bass note movement. So right when you come out of that mute, he's got to come from here and reset to the D. Okay, so watch. As that pinky lifts. So that's tricky, so just take it slow. And then we're going to go and finish that off by playing open D, G string, 2nd fret, back to an open D. So that whole thing. A little slower, do it with me. Okay, so all together we got beautiful so far, right? And just take it slow. Don't get in a rush. This is tricky. All right, the next one, the third one, 3 of 4. We're almost there. We're halfway done. Is going to be an E minor 7. Remember that chord again? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and play open E, and then we're going to pluck the G and the B again, and then do a mute. Same stuff as always. And then we're going to go ahead and lift that, in my case, the pinky finger, whatever we're using to fret the B string 3rd fret. Get that out of there. And pluck the E, G, and B strings together. So it's always the same setup, essentially, where it's like kind of like bass, high notes, and then everything, and kind of, a repetitive way. So here we go. And then open E, open G, and back to open E. So the whole thing. Okay, so far we got with me so far. Last and final round, yay, is going to be the C. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the bass note first, and the bass note of C is a C. 3rd fret A string. Plucking the G and the B. So boom, boom. Okay, so I guess the only way that this changes is it's no longer on the E string like you're probably used to. Deal with it. It's a C. Okay, bass notes here. So A string, 3rd fret. G and B together. That should be open G, 1st fret B. So and a quick mute, and then I play everything together. The 3rd fret A, open G, 1st fret B. It's going to go like this. Okay, and then I go back to my root, and then I do a little pull off here on my 1st finger, reveals the open string. Okay, so not too bad, right? Okay, now the hardest part, well, I don't know if this is the hardest part, but this is a tricky part. And I almost didn't catch it when I first heard the song. I was like, oh, he's doing a little thing. That's kind of cool. Is this open G? Back to the 1 again, to the G major chord. So back around for another round. So he does this. Did you catch it? So he does this. Right? So that open G, I'm in a rush to get back to the G major chord. As I pluck that final chord, it comes just right on the very, very tail end of this measure C. So it's really tight together. Officially, it hangs on the measure of where that C is in terms of the count, but it's right on the heels of the beginning of the entire thing. So taking it from that final measure back around for the next round. Over and over again. Now, there's slight variations here and there. He'll kind of, plunk around with stuff, but I want to keep this lesson as short as possible. That's really the meat of what's happening. From there, you can adjust and have some fun. But that right there is the whole song. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, by the way, I've got this full tab on my Patreon page. So click that link below, and you'll get all of the exclusive and accurate tabs for this particular song.